Alright, Mega Man 8. This is not a very well-liked game in the series, and I see why. It's definitely not my favorite, but I still find a lot of enjoyment in this game. If you just wait on the title screen here, the demo will end, and it'll actually show you the intro that was on the original PS1 version of the game, so. Come on now. I like this intro a lot. It's neat. The animation is cool. Sadly, it doesn't have the Japanese track playing over it, but that's fine. It was probably licensing stuff, if I had to guess. But yeah, I really like the visuals here, especially just fucking Charge Man getting tossed into Pharaoh Man. I always got a kick out of that. Let's see here. Okay. Nice little group shot to end off the intro. I like that too. It shows a new character named Duo, who we will meet soon. And we're gonna go with game start. Hopefully showing these cutscenes won't cause any issues with copyright. I don't know why it would. But dumber shit gets claimed than this, so I wouldn't also be surprised. Kaboom. Wow, okay. In my practice run, I didn't actually watch these cutscenes, so there's probably a bunch of stuff I'm forgetting, except for the god-awful voice acting, which we'll be seeing soon. Background repeating over and over again. One thing I'm sad about is that they didn't use, like, the, non-compressed cutscenes for this. Which you'd think in this version of the game that they would, since the Zero and ZX collection did that. Bass. Clearly this character's name is Bass, like a fish. Not some vaguely wrapped around cables. Oh. The number one way to stop Bass. Some random cables from an elevator.
Don't run away, coward. You'll pay for this insult. I'll be back.
He'll be back.
Dr. Light, what is the problem?
A strange meteor has fallen to Earth just a while ago.
Dr. Fudd. Not Dr. Light, Dr. Fudd. I wonder whose island that is.
I understand, Dr. Light. I'm on it.
Rush back there is, like, completely intrigued by this. And here we go. You'll notice right away the Mecha Dragon in the background from 2. It's a neat touch. It's like a robot graveyard almost. This game, I will say, looks absolutely fantastic for a Mega Man game. You know, given that it's on the PS1, in this case, obviously the Anniversary Collection, or not the Anniversary Collection, the Legacy Collection, but just given the fact that it's on the PS1, automatically just, you know, better graphics than like the Super Nintendo, but I don't really like how rubbery everything looks, if that makes any sense. Like, Mega Man looks like Stretch Armstrong in this. Oh boy, the Mega Ball. Now, the Mega Ball seems like it would be useless on the outset. It's just a ball that you can kick, but you can double jump with it, which makes it oddly versatile. I really like the Mega Ball, actually. I think it's a nice replacement for Rush Coil and Jet and the other things. It adds a little bit of variety. And here's something that I don't like. This game has absolutely god-awful swimming physics. That's something that should have stayed on the DOS games, is swimming. Like, holy crap, it's bad. And it wouldn't be so bad if you could kind of tread water, but I'm not pressing the control stick right now. He automatically goes forward, so if you're trying to swim straight up, you kind of have to do that, which is irritating. And this is one of the few Mega Man games that I actually prefer using a controller for. Like, I do not do well on this game with keyboard. Probably because I've never played it on keyboard, but... And it's also one of the very, very few Mega Man games that I prefer using a joystick for over a D-pad. Because 9 times out of 10, I want to play these games with the D-pad, but this one, I feel like it just controls better with the joystick. Outside of a couple certain spots that we'll get to later. Those 3 collectibles I picked up are called bolts. Not screws, bolts. There's a finite number of them in the game, I think specifically 38. It's either that or 40, but there's a finite number of them. And... which I think is very dumb, because you should just be able to get everything in the shop, and it bothers the completionist in me that you can't get everything, you know what I mean? But I guess I'll have to deal. Ooh, here's this thing. Giant enemy crab. Remember the Mega Ball? This thing dies insanely easily. Obviously, it's an intro stage boss. It's not automatically going to be easy, but... You know what? That was too easy. Just way too easy. And here's Dr. Willy. It's over, Wiley! How did you find my secret base? The obvious skull markings kind of gave it away. You know, given the fact that the island itself is shaped like a skull. A robot. Cool, other robot. I don't know why they didn't just spell out Doctor there, they just abbreviated it.
I got it, Doctor.
And Mega Man's got it. Good to know. And I just erased an old file that I have no plans on coming back to. So I'm going to Grenade Man first. Because his weapon is easily the best in the game. Like, by far and away. And all the bosses in this game are Very easy to fight Buster only. Maybe with the exception of Grenade Man, his fight can be kind of a clusterfuck sometimes, but... because he just kind of has a bunch of random fucking shit flying back and forth. These barrels explode when you shoot them, if you couldn't see already. Pretty easy to deal with. Sadly, they don't really ever build on the mechanic, except for, like, right here. Which is too bad. I wish they did more with it. That jump always kind of freaks me out a little bit, specifically with the spike rolling back and forth. Alright, this screen. Destroy that one. Destroy that one. Cut down this way. Yeah, I want to get rid of that one. And go all the way down here. There's a bolt up there, and I want it. So I'm just going to shoot out all these green blocks. The metal ones can't be destroyed, which is good to know. And I've fucked it. Oh, I haven't. Okay. I didn't fuck it. Not this time. It hasn't been fucked. Well, although there's nobody watching right now, I guess I'll give the weather update. It's, officially veered into the territory of being stupid cold where I'm at. It was 17 degrees below zero this morning where I'm at. Which isn't pleasant, to put it lightly. I don't care for it. I'm probably gonna die to the minibus here, but yeah, my truck barely started this morning. It wasn't fun. So I'm gonna have to go out and run it for an hour tonight so it starts in the morning, which, you know, I don't like doing that because it wastes gas, but I need to be able to get to work, so... and I don't like taking the bus if I don't have to. So... which I'm pretty sure is something we can all get behind. This boss is fairly easy. He functions like a Patra from the old Zelda games, if you've ever played those. That's an enemy that I'm surprised never came back in the Zelda series, come to think of it, was Patras. There's probably a lot of cool stuff they could have done with him in 3D, but just never really did. I keep whiffing my charge shots here, because there's an upgrade you get later on that significantly reduces the time it takes to charge. And that's usually one of the first upgrades I go for in the second half of the game, so... 100% of cheese in Babby Mega Man? Yeah, basically. Mega Man 8, there's only really one section in the game that I'm going to use a significant amount of cheese on, and that's because I fucking hate it, and if you've played this game before, you probably know what it is. But I actually don't mind Mega Man 8 all that much. It's not my favorite in the game or in the series by like a mile, but I enjoy it. It has some good ideas. Sadly, it kind of falters in a lot of places, but this I have to come back for later. Can't do anything with it right now, which is unfortunate. Actually, I might be able to do something with it now if I'm careful. Just gotta kill the Sniper Joe. Okay. Sniper Joe is dead. Now I gotta kill this dude. And of course he comes back. Alright. I don't know if these guys can jump or not. No. Okay, then I definitely cannot do anything with that platform yet. Which is unfortunate, because I would like to, but... can't win them all, I guess. So this section is kind of butt cheeks. I want to get... I should have done this sooner, but I want to get Rush Cycle out. More rush upgrades that only appear in one game. Rush cycle is pretty much only useful here and in, like, maybe one other spot. If you play your cards right. Okay, I want the energy. Thank you. Alright. So here's where you'd want Rush Cycle to get this. And die. But I'm actually okay dying there because bolts actually stay collected after you die. So it doesn't bother me. And this game is extremely generous with checkpoints, where game overing is almost a non-issue. So this is very much Mega Man on easy mode, if that makes any sense. Which I'm sure it does, but... And yeah, welcome in, Nova. Haven't seen you in the stream for a while. It's good to have you here. Now, I fully expect to die to Grenade Man at least once. He's, like I said, he's one of the harder bosses in the game, but... Hard for Mega Man 8 standards, you know, that's not very difficult.
Say hello to my cute bombs.
Say hello to his cute bombs. Oh, I am failing miserably right now. The trick to Grenade Man is to just walk towards him. Unless he uses Flash Bomb. Because when he does those, when he does that triple shot of grenades, he kinda... If you walk towards him, he'll dodge it every time. You don't even need to slide. Crazy Destroyer can't damage you, so that's important to keep in mind. This section with the funky terrain gets obviously more tricky just because it's harder to kind of tell where he's gonna go, and it's harder to navigate Mega Man around. And I'm gonna die. Holy shit. Okay, maybe I'm not. He's gonna die. Freak. I don't kink shame, but freak. The scene where he gets the flash bomb and, like, specifically his model here, always makes me think of, like, an old DOS game. It's finally chilling in Cali, still waiting for a 10-minute hailstorm that only happens once a year. Yeah, it's finally chilling in Minnesota. We're sitting at, let me look at my phone here so I can actually tell you what the temperature is. Come on now. We're sitting at 8 degrees below zero right now, so it's fucking chilling here.
Welcome back.
Alright, so this is the part shop. Bunch of good shit here. Arrow Shot is absolutely fucking busted, so I'm going to buy that right away.
Good luck, Mega Man.
Thanks, Obama Snow. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, where do I want to go next? I'm thinking Clown Man. Why Clown Man?
I'm Clown Man.
I don't know. I just feel like going to Clown Man next.
Ready.
So, very important thing at the start of this stage. Put your balls in the clown's mouth for a 1-up. Just know that by putting your balls in a clown's mouth, you can get good things. So, for this section, it's really nice to have Frostman's weapon here. But, obviously, I don't have that, so... Just gonna have to play through normal, and that's fine. So right here, you can't make that jump, normally, even with the Mega Ball, because you'll bonk off the ceiling. First, I need to equip that. Whoops. Don't send Rush down a pit to his death, that's... usually not very nice. Oh, cool, Flash, you're here too. Welcome in. Glad to have you here as always. And I completely fucked it. I'm gonna have to come back here anyway, so I'll just get that bolt then, but that's fine. So here's Flash Bomb. It is the best weapon in the game purely that it does damage over time. The way the weapons in this game work is really weird because all the enemies take a standard amount of damage, either 1, 2, or 3 hits to kill. Except for Sniper Joes. They're a little more beefy than that and a few others, but... Flash Bomb does damage over time, so it kind of negates that effect. I've also noticed that Flame Sword does a similar thing, but we won't be seeing that until the second half of the game. Alright, this part. I don't like this part. That jump into the pit, I've noticed, is very easy to fuck up. And if you pay attention to the background here, you'll see that guy. You can't really see it from where I'm standing now, but there's a dude swinging a hammer to bell back there. If you happen to be standing on the wrong block when he hits the bell, it'll do different shit, so... Yeah, this game does have a really interesting music style. I like that it's more, what's a good way to put it? It's kind of more chill than the other Mega Man games, I guess. I really enjoy it. How would I describe it? It's more like jazzy. And I'm somebody that can get down with a little bit of smooth jazz every once in a while. It's obviously not my favorite genre. That goes to, like, either, like, butt rock or really old country music. One of the two. But yeah, I really like the musical style of this game. And here's a dumb thing. Hey, chat. Mega Man runs on Xbox. I know I made that joke already, but it's still funny, damn it. Come on, Sniper Joe. So, you see I'm having a little trouble with that Sniper Joe. I'm going to completely mitigate that. Because Arrow Shot is fucking busted. You couldn't really see it very well there, but what Arrow Shot does is it splits off into a whole bunch of other shots that I think are at least on the same level as a Charge Shot. It is a thing of... It's a thing of freaking beauty. Both of the Buster upgrades in this game are really strong, so... I'll be making use of both of them through this playthrough. Those platforms are weird. I don't much care for them. Okay, here's a part that I really, really hate. So normally you're expected to have the weapon you get from beating this stage to do this. Obviously, I don't have that weapon. So I have to use the Mega Ball for this. And the timing is very touchy. Purely because you're on a moving platform. And that dude likes to hit you. And I fucked it. If I can't get this bolt on this go, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll just come back later. Because I have to revisit this stage anyways. Maybe I can hit it with Flash Bomb? If I'm fast enough, I might be able to get that to work. Okay. I didn't realize Flash Bomb's explosion lingered on the screen after you've detonated it. Or go into the pause menu, or whatever it is I'm trying to say. You're enjoying the music? That's good. Glad to hear it. Oh, we're coming up into one of my least favorite sections in the entire game pretty soon here, so... Can't say I'm really looking forward to it. So, the question mark blocks warp you. You know, you would think they would have a delicious mushroom in there or something, but no, they send you to weird places. And this is kind of a puzzle section here. I don't much care for it. I like the detail of those little soldier dudes just, like, clinging for dear life on the platforms. I get a kick out of that. This game has a lot of neat details that I like. So that's one thing I'll give this game. Hopefully this is the one I'm thinking of here. Nope. Go back. Alright, it must be this middle one. Probably not. I'm sure there's something else in video game history that had warping in it. Yeah, standing on the Xbox is does a good little chunk of damage to Mega Man, so don't stand on those. It's not a good idea. Alright. Can finally get out of this stupid stage for now. If you haven't gathered it already, I don't really care for Clown Man's stage all that much. It's not one of my favorites. I like being buried in the massive pile of references, though. Although these Dipper birds I don't think ever showed up anywhere. I guess now's a good time to show this off. Rush Search. Or Rush Item Gift, I guess. And you can only use them once per stage, and he gave me something completely fucking useless. So thanks a lot, Rush. Do the skull blocks kill Mega Man? No, they just make him fall through. So he'll fall down to like a lower platform, or
This isn't a joking matter.
in like one case you'll fall into spikes. Yeah. I was not expecting to survive that. Like, right away.
Ready. I'll make you join my man.
Worst Robot Master.
Thunder Carnival.
Clown Man is not one of my favorites. I don't like fighting him. I kind of hate his design. I'm not one of these people that, like, needlessly hates clowns for no reason, but, like, I don't care for him. I do like, though, how he makes use of the background elements with his, like, trapeze bar back there. I think that's neat. And, of course, he does that one more time, just, you know, extend the fight a little longer. But now he's dead.
See you in my dreams.
I would rather not see you in my dreams. That's pretty disgusting. Not gonna lie. Also, my god, did I just kill a gay clown? Alright, I think I can afford the next upgrade I want, so let's go do that.
Welcome back.
Rejoice, for you have arrived. Now the mass banning can commence. Yeah, pretty much. What do I want next? Energy balancer. The energy balancer is very useful in this game. It always is, but this one's especially good, I find. Jelly Miss, welcome in. Good to have you here. Sure, let's go to Frostman. You won't, but it certainly can. Yeah, please don't do a mass banning. That would not be Gucci. Also, can I draw attention to Proto Man's glorious fucking pompadour there? How much hair cement do you think he needs for that one? Yeah, this is the game where there weren't enough bolts for upgrades. And I missed. That was almost cool. But then I failed miserably. Go through several buckets of hair product an hour? Yeah, pretty much. So this section is very infamous within the community. For very understandable reasons. You probably couldn't hear it over my terrible monotone voice, but... that sign was saying jump, jump, slide, slide. It's finally time. It's time for the meme stage. And this isn't even the worst of it. It gets much worse later on, trust me. But it's just kind of a matter of being patient and paying attention to the signs. Also, those gates will kill you if you're standing in their direct path when they close. It's fucking annoying and has killed me more times than I care to admit. And yeah, I love how the background here transitions into nighttime like that. I just think it's neat. And I missed that fucking bolt, god damn it. Oh well, I'll have to come back here anyway, so that's fine. It's a glorious hairdo, definitely worth it. Yeah, I agree.
Ready.
I definitely agree with that one. And I really, really like the background in this stage. Just the nighttime cityscape with all the lights and... like, this is what Mega Man should look like to me. Like, if this game just had a little bit more, I won't say edge to it, but... or even maturity, I'll just say, like... if Mega Man sprite was different and, like, the enemies are a little bit different, and every stage had a background similar to this, I could really get behind this game's graphical style. These whale ships take far too many shots to kill. It's a little bit silly. And that's how you get that bolt. I don't know why, but I always used to have a lot of trouble with that one. Yeah, if it didn't look like everything was a Fisher-Price toy. That's kind of what I mean. It's like, I do not care for how this game looks at all. Flash Bomb can destroy the, cracked ice. This one you need a weapon later. Or a weapon that you get later to destroy it, but... and I fucked that up. Let's actually make the jump this time. Die. Oh boy, this part that's, like, completely non-threatening. Like, these enemies can't even hit you. They just obscure the screen slightly. It's really boring. Boring. That's the Swedish version of boring. Boring. Right, no hit? Or no miss, I mean? Nice. That was actually cool. Yeah, Mega Man does just look and honestly feels a little bit too slow. Like, compared to the NES games and honestly even 7. Make sure you jump up and down in here, because there's like a bunch of shit hidden under the snow. And time for Frostman.
Freeze! I'll crush you. I'll make a popsicle of you.
Good to know, Frostman. Frostman is a pretty easy fight, I say as I get absolutely fucking bodied. But getting trapped in the ice wave can be pretty easy to do sometimes. Especially if he does it up close like that. But yeah, that big punch he does is easy to dodge. He's just kind of big and slow moving, which becomes a trend with ice bosses in these games. I don't know why. Obviously, Chill Man in 10 isn't like this, and Cold Man in Base isn't like this, but like Frost Walrus from X4 is very much slow, big and slow moving, so. It's not that it's even hard, it's just that the jump, jump, slide, slide signs are annoying, and people don't like it. Now, the stage that reuses this gimmick later in the game, that one's fucking hard, and I fucking hate that stage. And no, I didn't give you an answer before, you're not retarded. Oh, I said a no-no word, better cancel me on Twitter. Alright, I do want the exit module, because that's going to be quite helpful later on. Although the exit module isn't necessary, or exit unit, or whatever you want to call it. Tengu Man time. So in the Sega Saturn version of the game, the stage has a different song for some reason, and it's a much better song. I don't know why that game has such a weird version difference, but it's not the only one. We'll be getting into that later. But yeah, this is a funky little difference between versions. And I'm sad they didn't, like, sneak that song into this version of the game, because it's actually a really good theme. I like it a lot. And I never get this bolt on my first try, so there we go. It's not hard to get. Yeah, that's not even really why I don't like it. It's just that the sound the signs makes are annoying. And even then, I don't mind the sound so much. But yeah, it is pretty crappy that you can't see what's ahead of you in those sections. It's pretty lame. Don't much care for it. Oh boy, another game design crutch. Here's the one of 2 uses in Rush Jet in the whole game. This section is stupid and I don't care for it. Oh, these dragon things are weird. Very strange enemies. This game has just strange enemies in general. Even when compared to other classic Mega Man games. Like the giant whales, or... Yeah, Rush Jet just isn't in the game, apart from this section and a Wily stage. So... And both sections for Rush Jet are highly mediocre. Which is a shame, but... I guess that's just how it is.
Ready.
And the best part is you get to do this section twice if you want to get all the bolts. An important thing to know here is that I should have mentioned this earlier, I just spaced it out, but you can use your Buster and special weapons at the same time, which is something I really like about this game. And I wish that the newer games had brought back. I think 11 brings it back. I know Base doesn't. And I know 9 and 10 obviously don't. But it was like that in the X games too, and that was one carryover that I really liked from this game. So as you can see, you can destroy different parts of the ship here, which becomes important for a bolt later on. Actually, in this section right here, come to think of it. Yeah, it's pretty obvious where the bolt is. Sadly, there's absolutely nothing you can do with that until you have a weapon from the second half of the game. So... Oh, this thing. This boss is funky. As with everything else in the game, Arrow Shot just kind of annihilates it. But the other Buster upgrade, Laser Shot, is even better for this. So, make sure you hold down here so you can actually get this bolt. It's pretty easy to miss. So, you're starting to see why the franchise got shelved for a while after 8. Yeah. At least the classic series. You know, it's funny, both the X and the classic series got shelved after their 8th main installment, so... Funny how that works out. Yeah, the enemies on the left basically lived there in that section until they got into a spot where I could actually hit them. Because in those Rush Jet sections, you can't actually turn around to hit the enemies. Which, you know, that shouldn't be a thing, so... Oh, wow, that was good. Thankfully, this game is very generous with checkpoints, so that doesn't even hardly matter. Ugh, almost said it a second time. That jump out of that hole where the bolt is, you know, that does not look like you should be able to make that, and yet you can. So here's a stupid thing I'm about to show. The party balls can damage you. And if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've watched the videos. I think that costed Aroa Mithril one of his perfect runs. So, it was pretty good.
Kid, you're almost not worth the effort.
Mega Man sounds like he's constantly huffing helium. Yeah, pretty much. Thankfully, Tengu Man is a pretty fucking easy boss, unless he does that. Especially since you can just jump up and hit him. The tornado hold can actually be a bit tricky to dodge sometimes, but really that's the hardest part of this fight. Also, the noise he makes when you hit him is just kind of good. Dude! Dude!
Here you go.
Here you go! I love the face he makes there.
Regretful.
So there's a cutscene coming up here, and I'm just gonna shut up for it because it's fucking excellent. Everybody, just about everyone who's really into these games knows about this cutscene. It's fucking terrible. So let's check it out.
Dr. Light, how's it going? Will he be okay?
I'm almost finished. The battery will be charged in 10 minutes.
That's good. By the way, what do you make of these?
These seem to be energy resources. But I've never seen this type on Earth. I don't know where this energy came from, but cannot let it fall into Dr. Wowie's hands. You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wowie.
Oh, this cutscene is terrible. I'm sad there's not more YouTube poops of this game than there is. At least good ones. Yeah, this is basically Megatron here.
He still lives.
What the?
Mega Man, you must go after him. We don't know who he is, and it's dangerous to leave him alone.
Yes, sir! Let's go, Rush!
Oh, it's so bad. It's so fucking bad. I don't think you heard correctly, but that's what that is from now on. I need these tulips. Duo is not a robot master. Duo is the character in the cutscene, if there's people watching who don't know who that is. He's not a robot master. I consider him to be closer to a Star Droid, like from the Game Boy game. But yeah, he's just kind of his own thing. I don't really know how to describe him. There's a bolt over here, and if this was the Saturn version, this would be a fight with Cutman in here of all things. If I die here, I'm going to have absolutely no problem with that because I'm at 0 lives. In fact, yeet! Die. Probably the only person ever to have died in that stage. You know, except for the littlest, tiniest babies. Like what Strong Bad is intended for. Thankfully, the bolts you collect stay, like I said. I don't know if that applies to Game Over, though, so I'm just going to go back up here and check really quick. Okay, yeah, that does apply even if you Game Over. So... So a lot of people kind of shit on the Ice Wave. I really like it. I honestly think it's one of like the better ground crawling weapons, if only because it does a lot of damage. It's just a shame that it's in this game. Okay. Yeah, this is where the Homestar FUD Dr. Light voice comes from. Thankfully, Duo here is a pretty easy boss fight. It can be a little tricky if he pins you up against the wall or does his bouncing around the room attack in a weird spot, but he's not hard to deal with. Also, the music here is really cool. I know you can't really hear it over the constant fucking screaming and sound effects and me talking, but I'll shut up so we can hear it for a minute. And he's dead. Start of Duo's battle theme sounds like it belongs in Earthbound. Yeah, it does, kinda. And here's Scrotal Man. Oh, man. I don't know what it is about this brutally cold weather that makes my whole body sore, but I'm just fucking feeling it today. My god, I've been going for almost an hour already? Wow. Here's another really bad cutscene.
That must be it over there.
Hair Scrotal Man. Yeah, pretty much.
I can see it. Rush!
Look how they massacred my boy.
Rush!
I'm impressed. I didn't think you'd make it this far, Mega Man. However, I don't have time to deal with you. Say goodnight.
This scream goes on for fucking ever. You could get up and, like, make a sandwich, eat the sandwich, and then take a giant smelly shit because of the sandwich, and this scream would still be going. Oh good, it's over.
Rush! Rush!
Are you okay?
Who are you?
My name is Duo. I was born with the sole purpose to eliminate the evil energy from this universe. It's coming.
Gross. Yeah, Dr. Wily definitely has the best performance out of all the characters in this game, as far as voice acting goes.
It's just like the one I gave to Dr. Light.
Yes, this is what you people call evil energy. Based on my studies so far, the one who obtained the original energy must be a being of complete evil. This type of energy absorbs the evil in a person's mind and then multiplies. Judging by the quick rate of its growth, it'll take over the planet with evil energy in a matter of days. We must stop it. I sense the original energy exists in that tower. But the barrier prohibits me from going there. I'll destroy the rest of the evil energy that has spread throughout the Earth. You search and destroy the energy sources for that barrier.
Let's do it. Time to go, Rush.
I also think Duo's performance wouldn't have been too terribly bad if you could actually fucking hear him. He's just so incredibly quiet that, like, it's not good. Who greenlit this plot? No fucking idea. But they very obviously weren't thinking straight. Oh, where do I want to go first? 'Cause these two stages here don't have any weapons where I would have to, like, that would benefit me going back to revisit somewhere. On my practice run, I went to Swordman first, so I think I'm going to go to Astroman, actually. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. I don't like it. Speaking of bad, Astroman stage. I like that it plays with, like, weird illusionary shit, but, like, at the same time, I don't like that. Because it just makes it hard to navigate. Thankfully, Mega Ball can be used to cheese the vast majority of it, so... Like I said, very underrated utility thing in Mega Ball. Like, I didn't even have to do the platforming there, and it only costed me taking a little bit of damage, so... Yeah, Ball, man. Astroman is like Winnie the Pooh if he suffered from crippling anxiety. Whoops. I want Ice Wave for that. Yeah. Ice Wave is really good for killing the little alligator ground crunchy things. I don't know what those guys are. I just know they're fucking weird. So that opens the way to the big Dr. Wily skull teleporter up there. But both of these, like, illusionary MC Escher maze sections have bolts in them that I obviously want, so I'm gonna try to get them. I don't remember how to get to said bolts, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I played this game plenty of times before, so... Okay. I'm probably going around in a circle right now. Which, you know, is kind of not what I want to do, but... I just don't remember where the bolt here is. Whoops. Thankfully, there's a way I can not have to use the Mega Ball here. Or maybe not. Okay, I thought Tornado Hold worked for this. Maybe I have to be here? No. Okay, there we go. That probably wasn't at all necessary to get the bolt, and I can't even fucking access it anyway. Great. But this is a level I really don't want to redo, so I'm just gonna bumble around here until I remember how to get that. There we go. Okay, got it. Oh boy, I get to do this again. Okay. Alright, this part is really fucking stupid. You have to be fast to get through here. Like, fucking fast. Because obviously that's a death pit down there, and you don't want to fall in a death pit. It's generally not a good thing. Okay, 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 okay. And there's a bolt in this section. Easy to get. If you're just kind of stay ahead of shit here. Alright, and this stupid part is done. I'm just gonna bumble until I remember how to get that 2 seconds later. I remembered how to get that. Yeah, pretty much. Whoops. This part can be quite tricky, especially when the game randomly drops a med on you for seemingly no reason. But this is another part that's easily cheesed with the Mega Ball, so... much like half of this fucking game. And here's another terrible maze section that I don't remember how to get through. At least the bolt is, like, obvious as to where it is, but... the rest of this I remember being pretty bad. Yeah, that kills you, so don't ride that up. Alright, where the fuck do I go? Obviously not over there. I think I just came from that way. And this is the beginning over here. Yes. Can't go left from it. That's fine. Sigma balls? Yeah, pretty much. This stage is just kind of bad. I don't care for it. At least it's not Mega Man and Bass, but... saying at least it's not Mega Man and Bass is, like, not very high praise, considering. Although I will admit I do have a soft spot for Mega Man Bass, which we'll be covering next after 8. But... whoops. Alright. And now I just need to remember how to get to the exit, which is right here. So I guess I don't need to remember how to get to the exit, and I'm talking out my ass again. But what else is new? How the fuck do we get up? Is it A, Sigman's balls, B, Yonks of bumbling, or C, activate no clip? I think it's activate no clip for that stage. Excuse me while I take a drink here. Raspberry Brisk, my old standby. You would never let me down. Except for the couple of times you have let me down. Astroman is not a terribly difficult fight, I say as I get hit immediately. It's just a matter of dodging his projectiles. And thankfully he doesn't function like he does in Mega Man and Bass, where you can only hit the top half of his body. Which is fucking stupid, and I don't know why they did that. Alright, middle. So when he uses the Astro Crush, the way to dodge that is to just pay attention to the last spot he shows up in, and... so this time he was in the far corner. And if you stand there, it'll always miss, so... although you probably can't see it very well on the stream due to, like, the way this is being recorded, but... that's fine. You get the concept at least. So that's what's important. And that's another reason that the arrow shot is really good for Astroman. if you hit his orbs, which normally deflect your shots, it causes the arrow to split and hit him anyway, so. Sometimes you can see, but sometimes he goes invisible. Yeah, that sounds about right. And there it is, the asshole crush. I better pay a visit to the lab real fast. Because there's new shit that I can get there that I want. Alright, I want the energy saver. Very useful thing. And eventually I'm going to get the hyperspeed charge, which breaks the game in fucking half. So the energy saver reduces the cost of special weapons by half. Which I greatly approve of. It's probably my favorite design in 8. Have I played Dead Cells? No, I have not played Dead Cells. That looks like one of those games that would just piss me the fuck off, so I choose to stay away from it. Alright, and it's weapons test. Oh boy. I don't like this stage very much. That's going to be a common through line, as I'm sure you've already noticed, is me saying that I don't like the stages in this game very much. Gotta be real fucking fast to get that and not get killed by the spikes. The thing about the Thunderclaw is that it can be kind of finicky whether or not you actually hit what you're aiming for, so... Make sure you hit the button, or clearing this section doesn't actually count and you'll have to redo it, so... What about One Step from Eden? That's one that looks way too fast-paced for me to get into. I know that's basically what if Mega Man Battle Network was, like, super fast and a roguelike, right? Well, I didn't mean to use Ice Wave, but that works. Come on now. I don't trust myself to make that jump for some reason. So, after all, why not cheese it? I'll have to check out One Step from Eden sometime. I will say that that game does at least interest me, so... I didn't know those were one-hit kills. That was really stupid. Wow. Okay. I don't think I've ever died there before. It's pretty good. Alright, let's not die to stupid shit this time. Seen here, not dying to stupid shit. Instrument music reminds me of Pharaoh Man stage from Network Transmission. Yeah, Pharaoh Man does have a cool stage theme in Network Transmission. Easiest bolt to get in the game. What was the color on the background? Green? Okay. Green, red. So, by default, it's going to be green, red, or green, red, yellow, just because that's how this works. Okay. And now I can go on to the other half of this stage, which is much more interesting than this is. This stage is just kind of a drag to get through, honestly. At least it has a cool mini-boss, I guess. Which is very weak to Flash Bomb. And it's hammer time, apparently. Although it doesn't really matter because it's already dead. And this thing I just picked up is Rush Bomber. Basically, Rush comes in and does a carpet bombing of the stage. It's pretty neat. Not really useful, but neat. So I want to have Flash Bomb on handy for this part. On handy, not handy, just on handy. Because it's very useful for dealing with the bats here. Those green ones will actually charge at you if you didn't see earlier. Which I don't especially care for, but... You know what? That's fine. If I liked everything in the world, then it would be a pretty boring fucking place, wouldn't it? Why can you go back here? Like, I'm not complaining, that just seems weird. Oh! That sucked. May as well end it all. And just restart. Because you don't need to start the whole stage over. Just from the checkpoint. Which, again, this game being very generous with checkpoints. So... Oh, good. That was some stupid damage. Alright, this is the part I want to have Flash Bomb on hand for. That was weird. Normally that thing can go across those lava platforms, but it chose not to this time. Yeah, there's a bat hanging out over that energy, so pay attention. This is the part where you want Flash Bomb. And you don't want to fuck it up like that. Thankfully, the checkpoint isn't too far back, so it's pretty easy to redo that section if you have to. Let's just let go with a charge shot this time instead of trying to flash bomb the enemies. That was kind of dumb on my part. When I first played through this game, back however long ago that was, this bolt gave me a needless amount of trouble, and I don't know why. It's not exactly hard to get. It's just requires some decent timing, I guess. Also, that background is really cool in there.
I won't hold back. Final strike.
Oh man, that was a big fucking yawn. Swordman is a pretty easy fight. He won't hold back. You know, that's not really saying much when your fight is piss fucking easy. I say as I get, you know, fucking annihilated here. I like what they did with Swordman, though. The fact that you can jump in between the segments of his body, I think that's really cool. And now he's dead.
Nice shot.
The W is silent, Mega Man. It's not sword, it's sword. Come on now. Basic bitch medieval weapon, man. Yeah, basically. So now we can start backtracking. My favorite. There is at least one bolt in each stage that I want to get, so let's do it. Ah. Well, maybe let's do this without taking a whole bunch of stupid damage. That would be nice. There's also an alternate path here that I can show now too, so that'll be neat. 'Cause you know how much I like showing alternate paths, and you know how much the Homestar Runner likes wading through pudding. God, I always get hit by that spine. So yeah, if you just stick to the upper path here, there's like a separate route you can go. It's not really notable in any way. It's just here. It's also more difficult than the normal path, so... Okay. And by more difficult, I mean, like, there's some spikes here and there. So it's really not all that bad when you think about it. Nice. That looked pretty cool.
Let's do this like Brutus.
Time to make a mockery of this fucking thing. Although I honestly don't think Arrow Shot is all that good for this fight. If you have the other Buster upgrade that actually rips through shields and penetrates shit, it's basically a better version of the normal charge shot that doesn't fucking kill everything on the screen in one hit. I find that upgrade to be better for this one, but Arrow Shot still does a number on it, just like it does on everything else in this game. Like, this is one of those games where you don't even really need the special weapons because the charge shot is just so good. Eyeball Man, yeah. And here's the whole reason why I have to revisit this stage. Because of the Flame Sword. So I find these hammers much easier to dodge when they're in the background. I don't especially know why, but it just has to do with the perspective on them, I think, more than anything. So Flame Sword can be used to ignite those fuses on those. And this is why I got the exit module. If I was playing this on my own time, I would just clear the rest of the stage, but I don't want to subject you guys to that, because that would be really fucking boring and tedious to watch. So remember the important thing at the start of this stage, put your balls in the clown's mouth. And this is actually the best spot in the game to farm 1-ups, if you so choose that you need them. But this game is so fucking generous with checkpoints, you don't even need them. Alright. Let's not screw this jump up this time. Oh, I chose the wrong rush power up. Good. Alright. Cooperate, controls, please. Really? I don't get to use the bike now? Or is he, like, still on screen somewhat? Okay, he must have just still been, like, a pixel's worth of his body on the screen. So yeah, that's the only way to get this bolt, to my knowledge, is to have the rush cycle. That's kind of one of the nice things about the rush bike, is that Mega Man's actually invincible while you ride him. So you can use it to just kind of blaze through a bunch of sections of a stage. Like that. I should have just done that on my first visit here, but... You know what? I didn't think of it at the time, and it's not really a big deal. Oh boy, time for this mini-boss again. This thing always kind of creeps me out. I don't know why. Nor do I know what it's called. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, I want that. Mine. Thanks, game. Now watch as I die anyway. Because I was too focused on trying to get the extra life that you just don't even fucking need in this game. Yeah, okay. That was good. I think Tornado Hold is actually pretty good against this thing, so... Wheelbarrow Man, yeah, pretty much. Let's test it out. Yeah, I don't think that's doing quite as much as a Flash Bomb, but... It's kind of hard to tell with the enemies in this game sometimes, at least with the mini-bosses. It does make a good noise when it hits him, though, and I'm all for good noises in these games. Okay, he's dead now, so... Man-Bear Wheel. That's a good reference. I like that. We must save the world from global Man-Bear Wheel. I'm super serial. So yeah, that's what those skull platforms do for demonstration purposes. And just me fucking up purposes. Name my son Mini-Boss or the Shrinkler. I would name my son Shrinkler. That's the kind of stupid shit some basic-ass white family would name their kids these days anyway. That's a bad Shrinkler. Go to your room, Shrinkler. No TV for 2 hours. But Mommy, I only killed the neighbor's cat once. No, that's a no-no. You can't kill the neighbor's cat. But it hissed at me. Well, that's because Kitty doesn't like you, because you're a little shit, Shrinkler. Alright, that's enough of that bit. I only stole one Sega tape, and why am I still playing this fucking level? I got everything I needed from there. Yeah, that bit did go on quite a while. That was good. Oh boy, time to do basically all of Tengu Man's stage again for one bolt. And I don't even get the option to play with the alternate music. Which is lame, because the alternate music is way better than the regular music. Don't hit me, motherfucker! Wow, that was good. Okay, let's not do that again. Let's do that again, though. I didn't realize how much of a clusterfuck these Mets actually caused. Alright. This part with the ball always stresses me out. I don't know why. The ball, because clearly that's a ball, not a bubble. At least I get my 1-up back, because that enemy was feeling unusually generous today. It's a bauble? Yeah, we'll call it that. Yeah. Yeah, useless. Useless weapon. Flame Sword only, Tengu Man stage. I wonder if that's possible, actually. I'm curious now. There's basically no reason to ever use a Flame Sword. If it had similar range to Slash Claw and similar speed to Slash Claw, it would be a lot better, but... the way I look at it, the Flame Sword is basically just a worse Slash Claw. Ooh, I get all the upgrades in this part. Neat. Never have had that happen before. Want to see me do Tengu Man stage? Want to see me do it again? Yes, the Flame Swarth. My mistake. Let's see how other weapons interact here. Astro Crush does what you think it would for this part, but I can't use Astro Crush anymore because I actually need that. I will say I do like how this battleship looks like a Kappa. It's pretty neat. Spam Kappas in chat. And here's the part you need Astro Crush for. And it is entirely possible to miss that bolt after you use the Astro Crush on it, so don't do that, because that would be sad. Sends a Kappa 2 hours later? Yes. Time to do Frostman stage again. Pretty much the whole thing. That's one thing I really dislike about this game is Mega Man should not have backtracking in it. Unless it's like the Battle Network or Star Force games. Or maybe Legends. Like, I don't mind it in the Zero games either, honestly, because, like... Okay, maybe I should just say that Mega Man Classic shouldn't have backtracking in it. Because the X games have a fair amount of it, but... those games actually are varied in, like, your movement options. Instead of just jump, shoot, and slide. So, I mind it more here than I do there, is what I'm trying to say. Mega Man X has backtracking? Yeah, it does, I know. That was really fucking stupid, wow. And I'm so glad I get to do this section a third time now. Ooh, here's the thing. I don't think Flash Bomb really works here correctly. I like how it funking. I like how it launches the penguins, though. That's pretty good. So would anybody like to enlighten me on this issue, by the way, speaking of funking? For some reason, I've been getting, like, a shit ton of Friday Night Funkin' content recommended to me. And I don't know why, because I don't... That's not a game I've ever played or one that I even care about. But, like, it's all this weird, like, creepypasta ARG shit. And I don't know why YouTube feels the need to recommend that to me, but it is. There we go. Okay, I remember that bolt being a lot stupider to get than it actually was. I jumped when I should have slid. Yeah. You haven't been getting that? When the game was first relevant, I did watch a decent amount of content from it. But, like, none of the weird creepypasta shit that people are making. And that's the other thing. Why do people still think, like, fucking Squidward Suicide and... Oh, what's it called? Like, Suicide Mouse and fucking Sonic.exe? Why is that still so popular? Like, I was never a big creepypasta person to begin with, but, like... I thought those ones were just considered to be generally bad. And I know a really simple answer to kind of hand-wave that is, oh, you know, it's kids, and fair enough, but still, you know? A lot of young kids have a good eye for, like, quality, so I don't... I guess what I'm saying is I don't fucking understand it. Alright. We got Hyperspeed Charge. And Laser Shot. Then I think the last one I'm gonna get is probably... boost part is pretty worthless. Spare Charger isn't all that great. Probably get Super Recover. Hey, it's kids. Woo. What's a dinosaur to dine? What's a sword to dine? What's to do? When there's... So why am I going back to the intro stage, you may ask? Because there's something funny here that I want to show off. Very funny and very stupid. And yeah, Hyperspeed Charge just snaps the game in half like a fucking twig. Like, there's no reason to use special weapons anymore outside of boss weaknesses. So that underground section, where there was like that brief amount of swimming, that's completely optional. You don't have to do that. Unless you want to get all the bolts. Loser. So this is what I wanted to show off. I do not much regrets. The hey. Die. I fucking love that. That makes me laugh way harder than it should, but that was very much worth showing. I'm glad I did. Next stage. Oh, sure, I'll do Aquaman. Screen's frozen for you? Oh, I hope the stream isn't dead. That would suck. Is it back? Stream working okay? It's just a screen. Did you refresh the page? This stage is booty cheeks purely because of the swimming. I don't like this level at all. It's working for you, Flash? Okay, that's good. Mega Man, yeah, Mega Man does never swim again after this. It's this and the weird-ass fucking DOS games are the only times he ever swims. Seems like it was just a you thing? Okay, good. I have such few viewers that, like, I just kind of have to figure if it's dead for one, it's probably dead for everybody. So... Die. Sniper Joe? More like die per Joe. Nobody take that out of context. I just realized what I said. Diaper Joe. Yeah. This thing is weird. It's like a water boatman beetle that is a Mega Man boss. That isn't like in the X series. And you know what? That's fine, because I really like water boatman beetles. They're a very, very underrated bug. But yeah, just this infinite screen going down an unending waterfall, shooting bombs at this thing. It's pretty cool. Water boatman beetle, man. And here's why you need the Astro Crush before you come here. That also raises the water level, making other shit accessible later in the stage, so it's important to do that. Oh, come on now. Alright, there we are. That's an example of the water physics being stupid. That's an example of Tornado Hold having a use that is not very clear. That it's even a thing. So there's two different paths in this stage you can take. Obviously, I'm taking the lower path here. Alright, we're going to do this a smart way. And just kill it from a distance with arrow shot. And then immediately die. So you can pretty clearly see why that section needs Astro Crush. Because you won't be able to swim through it otherwise. Alright, let's not slam into the spikes like a dumbass this time. What did I say I was not going to do? Slam into the spikes like a dumbass. And what did I do anyway? I slammed into the fucking spikes like a dumbass. I guess it's in my blood. I don't know. I'm going to be severely disappointed in myself if I do that a third time. Alright, I did not do it a third time. No need for massive disappointment. This section is dumb. I don't like it. Alright, I got through it at least, so. Just the fact that you can't really see what's below you here is why I strongly dislike this part. Only a mild disappointment? Yeah, pretty much. I have much more valuable things I could be disappointed over in my life that don't involve fucking up at a Mega Man game. Alright, Aquaman time. Oh, he didn't say the line. So there's a chance that he'll say, I'm Aquaman, but you can call me handsome guy. Which, like, that is a very strong bad thing to say, for one thing. But I also don't swing that way, Aquaman, but... No, I appreciate the interest, nonetheless. If you're trying to do this guy perfect, he can be pretty tricky. That said, I am very obviously not doing that, so... Especially if he hits you at point blank with that fucking cannon attack. That thing can be pretty bad. But yeah, much like the other Robot Masters in the game, he is not a very difficult fight. Aquaman Battle for Atlantis, yeah. I honestly want to play that game sometime just to see how bad it is. Out of, like, morbid curiosity. But, fun fact about Aquaman, actually, in the Battle Network games, his name had to be changed to avoid legal action from either Marvel or DC. I don't remember which one Aquaman is. Because I don't give a shit about any of those. You think DC? Okay. Oh, I don't even have enough bolts to buy the thing that I want, so... Guess I'll just go to the next stage then, that's fine. Searchman is funky. Probably my second favorite Robot Master design in this game. So this stage really likes you using the Thunderclaw, which I don't like using the Thunderclaw, so automatically I don't like this stage. Come on. Okay, there we go. Secret bitch. Yeah, there's just a bolt down there hidden behind the bushes, so... You know, if you're going for all of those, make sure you get that. It's probably the most meanly hidden one in the game, I guess is a good way to put it. Oh wait, I just realized I fucked this up. Because there's a thing down here that you can get. So these barriers can be destroyed with Flame Sword. Or excuse me, Flame Sword. But yeah, there's a bolt down here. And don't even bother with that rhinoceros, dude. It's not worth fighting it. Because there's nothing on that side of the stage. Trust me, I've looked. It's not even behind the foliage. It's barely obscured by it. So in this checkpoint here, normally in the Saturn version there would be a fight with Woodman. But that's not in this version for some reason, and I don't know why. Like, I honestly don't know why they didn't include the stuff from the Saturn version in the Legacy Collection. I suppose it's probably because, like, that's not the version that most people played, but it's the most complete version of the game, so like, that's what they should have done. Although, technically speaking, I suppose if we're considering stuff like that, Powered Up could be considered the most complete version of Mega Man 1, so they technically should have included that, and yet they didn't. This part is stupid. This is a really good section for Ice Wave, because it just kind of shreds everything. Like, you can tell this was obviously designed for you to use Ice Wave throughout. Like, there's no way that wasn't the intended weapon to use through here. Those birds can also go fuck themselves. I don't like them. Oh boy, this part. Alright, I did it on my first try. That jump is kind of ass. And by kind of ass, I mean very ass. Especially you can't even hardly save scum it if you wanted to, because there's a fucking checkpoint right after you fall down that pit, so. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's very ass, yes. And I like ass normally, so. If I'm saying something's ass in a bad way, then you know it's bad.
Hey boy, come on.
Gay boy, come on. So Searchman is probably the hardest boss for me out of the initial 8. I have a lot of trouble following his pattern for some reason. Specifically the bouncy things that he uses. I don't know if they're like supposed to be landmines or what they are, but they're fucking annoying. Shoot, fire. I like how he says shoot and then fire, as if they're two different things. Ah! If you get behind him for this, you can just kind of wail on him. With little to no consequences. But now he's dead. Yeah, Searchman is one of the most different from his Navi counterpart. Him and Gravity Man are like the two most different ones in my opinion. The Homestar Runner!
Boot.
Alright, I think I got all the bolts. If I didn't, I'm not going to worry about it. I should have 38 total. I didn't see what it said on the save screen. Okay, I have 38. So. Yeah, Gravity Man does say Gravity Monkey Dough. It's pretty good. So this is going to bother the shit out of me. But there's one bolt that I have and can't spend on anything. Unless there's like... Yeah, there's not even anything that you can buy for 3 bolts. So... I suppose I can go over the... last few things I didn't buy. So... That's basically rapid fire. It's useless. That's actually a pretty good thing to have. Having your shots move faster can be helpful, but I don't much care for it. That's also another good thing to have. If you like spamming special weapons. But this game is also already really generous with the amount of weapons you get, so it's just kind of redundant. That one's just dangerous. Be careful. And don't get it. That one's nice because it gives you your extra lives back. This one also just gives you extra chances at a stage. Although if you hit a checkpoint, it doesn't matter. That one's also nice. Not having knockback when you get hit is good, but for me, that throws me off. This is the other one this is what I was thinking of, the auto shoot. It's not very good. This is also nice if you like spamming your Mega Buster. And this one is fucking useless. So... Oh, it's supposed to be the 1936 Homestar Runner?
Boot.
Well, time to... The clown statue is going to be very happy because he's going to get a lot of balls to eat. I'm just going to do this a couple of times, because I do like having the extra lives if I need a quick energy refill. Okay. Hot or Not, the 1974. From drab to fab with nothing but mustard. I don't know because I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. Alright, I think the clown has eaten enough balls for one playthrough. So, let's... I could put this off longer, but I'm going to choose not to. This is my least favorite stage in the entire Mega Man franchise, and we're going to be here a hot fucking minute. Like, do not expect me to complete this in one go, because this is not going to happen. Here we go. I will not be looking at chat during this because I need to focus, and I want to at least have a decent showing of this stage. So, if it looks like I'm ignoring you, I am. Yeah, case in point, I already died. I'm going to have no qualms with using massive amounts of cheese here either, so... Just be warned. Because absolutely 100% fuck this level. At least the first half of it. At least the music is cool. Oh, I don't like this stage. The checkpoint stades it off. 1, 2, 3. Now you can count to 3. But yeah, the checkpoint stage saves are a very good addition to this collection. I greatly appreciate them, especially for shit like this. Okay. Fuck that fucking section. I'm never doing that again. Oh my god. I hate that part so much. And this isn't even the worst part of the stage, believe it or not. It just gets worse. Aim for the yellow pegs in the wall here. Otherwise, you're going to fail miserably. And nobody likes failing miserably. Whoops. Whoops. God damn it.
Let me think about it, quat face.
So my problem with that section of the stage is it moves too fast. Like, way too fucking fast. And I feel like because it's moving so fast, the game doesn't always register when you jump. And sometimes, like, I'll know I pressed the button on time and I still fall through the fucking platform. So, yeah. Time for the worst boss in the game. It's not the worst boss in the series. It's just the worst one in the game. Oh, right. I want the laser shot for this. So the laser shot is very helpful for this fight because it eats through the boxes it creates. The best way to do this, I find, is just to spam the Mega Ball and pray, because you'll never run out of weapon energy here, since the crates drop them. And I have never found a consistent spot to stand and actually hit this guy. I just kind of always end up getting lucky. Like that. That was pure luck. There was no skill involved. And when he gets to the bouncing ball crates, those are the worst. Like, I genuinely have no idea how to deal with them, apart from just taking them out with the laser shot. So the thing about the laser shot that makes it so good is its shots pierce. They basically ignore shields. I've noticed they're kind of funky with it sometimes, but you can also fight this guy with the arrow shot if you're good at it, but I am not good at it. So I will not be fighting him with the arrow shot. Oh, this fucking boss fight sucks so much. I want to know who greenlit this, because it's terrible. Wouldn't the wind thing work? I think it's immune to Tengu Hold. But I can show this now. Or I would if all the power-ups he's dropping wouldn't get stuck in the fucking ceiling. Yeah, that was kind of worthless, wasn't it? I guess I can try Tengu Hold, or Tornado Hold, rather. We get some room to maneuver with here first. That didn't really land in the spot I wanted it to. Yeah, it just doesn't even do anything to him. It was a nice thought, though. Oh my god, I hit him. Never thought I'd see the day. Oh, you can fuck yourself, game. Yeah, we're gonna be here a hot minute, so... Like, when I did my practice run, this part honestly took me longer than the, actual stage did. My other problem with this fight is it just doesn't seem to really be consistent where the ball goes when you kick it. And I don't know why. Unless I'm just not thinking about this the right way. Which, you know, fucking wouldn't be the first time, far from it, but... Oh, this fucking fight sucks so much cock. And this isn't even the worst version of this boss either. That's the sad part. Because this guy comes back in a later game. Okay, that totally should have hit him. Ooh, I actually hit him. Nice. Ah. Oh, this fight sucks fucking ass. Who greenlit this? Like, that totally should have gone up where he was. And I fucking died again. Yeah, the balls do go in a consistent trajectory, and I have found a couple spots that work for hitting him and like consistently, but it's like fucking pixel perfect, I swear. Like, that time I hit him there, that was sheer fucking luck. This fight would literally be impossible if you didn't have the, crates that drop the weapon energy, I swear. It's so bad. See, I was standing in the exact same spot there, and it still went in a different trajectory. Oh, and now he brings out body doubles, which release gigantic shockwaves if they fall. which, you know, just makes this already stupid fight even better. Alright. No more of this fucking stupid boss. I'm so glad that's done. Worst fight in the game. Like, by a fucking mile. No reason to go back to the other stages, so let's just move on. I fucking cut my lip while I was eating earlier, somehow. And it is really starting to piss me off. Yeah, the weapon energy crates also stop becoming guaranteed, which, you know, just makes it even better. This stage isn't nearly as bad, though. So that's at least good. Die. Don't get me wrong, this stage is still bad, but it's not as bad as the last one. Especially because shit like that can happen. Alright, so we're just going to use the Mega Ball here. Thanks, game. Helpful. The slightest morsel of weapon energy.
Can I have the slightest morsel? Perhaps a single Frito?
Oh, God. Ooh, these platforms. They're like the Grenade Man platforms, also, like, just crappier. I don't know why they're here. So, this is why you want the arrow shot for this stage, is it's another fucking rush jet section. You often get a split lip. Yeah, that shit's not fun. Like, I don't usually get that shit, but like, I bit my upper lip while I was eating, so I just cut the shit out of it like that. Alright, let's not take any more stupid damage. Good thing Hyper Recover is very helpful. And pretty much makes it impossible to die from just outright taking damage. Unless you're in that stupid fucking boss fight. Or, I guess, fighting the Wily Machine. Which, actually, the Wily Machine in this game isn't that bad. That was one advantage I feel of this being on the PS1, is they could make the hitboxes more consistent with stuff. Because if you'll remember the Mega Man 2... Oh, fuck. Okay. That section is very, very tight. And very easy to die on. Thank you. But I don't know if you'll remember back to Mega Man 2 where the Wily Machine's bouncing platforms hitboxes were, like, fucking terrible. But just being on better hardware kind of mitigates that. Can we take smart damage? Yes, actually. You can do that shit for damage boosting, so. Tell us more about your tight section. Well, if you get hit by the enemy there, it's damn near impossible to actually make it through. So this thing is very weak to Astro Crush. And you know, with these later games, I like to show a Buster Duel against the Robot Masters because they suffer from severe Toadman syndrome. But, like, if you use their weaknesses, but with the Wily bosses, I don't really give a shit. And I'm just trying to kill them as fast as I can. Giggity. Thoughts on the boss, though? I like how that thing is animated, and that's really all the more I have to say about it. I just like how it's animated. The Wily Castle, like, jingle in this game sounds like it'd be, like, the fucking encounter jingle from one of the Mother games. This stage is neat. I like how purple it is, because I like purple. It's a good color. I don't, however, like this section at all. I think it's fucking cheap. So I see no better place than to cheese it with a Mega Ball. Oh boy, this part. Here's another section I think is really fucking cheap, because that can happen very easily. And it boots you all the way back to the start of the stage. In a rare instance of this game not being generous with checkpoints. Alright, I don't feel like fighting the fucking spine this time. So eat shit. In a surprising twist of fate, it is I, the one who ate shit. Ugh. Can you see why I don't care for that section much? There's just too much going on timed platforms. It's not good. So don't shoot this guy, because that rock is your only chance of salvation there. Nowhere is it explained in the game that those rocks can be used as platforms, but the game just kind of expects you to know this here and jump on the rock. It's cool that that's a thing you can do, but it should have been, like, better explained. And yes, I did notice the innuendo. I just chose to ignore it. Mega Man, you can't escape this time.
Pass! Stop it! I don't want to fight you!
You're so naive. That will be your downfall. I'm not the same weakling anymore. I've got new powers.
No way! No! You don't know how dangerous it is!
Shut up. I'll defeat you. Come on, Treble.
This is actually a really cool fight. I like it a lot.
Let's do it. I'll show you what true power is.
I'm not reading any more of this dialogue. And yeah, this is the introduction of treble boost in its proper form. It really wasn't in its like proper form in 7, I feel, so. Wow, my practice run, he didn't do that meteor attack even once, so I don't know why he's doing it so often here, but I might actually die here. And I would be fine with that, because this is a very good fight, and I wouldn't mind doing it again. He had to spam the meteors. Neither does Mega Man. We barely know what it is. All we know is the energy feeds on the bads. Yeah, pretty much. It's like implied that it was used to make the Zero virus in the X games. Or like Zero has something to do with it, but I don't know how that's possible. Here's meteors, okay. I love it when he goes backwards with that attack. It's pretty good. But yeah, base is dead. And about time, too. So coming up here, we're going to have another really good use of Laser Shot, which makes me happy because I think it's really underrated. So yeah, this is the part where you like have to use the Mega Ball, I think. I could be wrong. Yeah, you can't grab onto the ladder without it, so you should be able to, but you know what? That's fine. Not everything needs to cater to my needs. Eat shit. I genuinely forgot that that spike was there. The keys on your keyboard are way too sensitive. Yeah, I feel that. And it's a devil. So technically this thing's weakness is Thunderclaw, but the laser shot fucking shreds this. So there's no reason to even use it. The green devil here is probably one of my favorite devil bosses, though. I like this fight a lot. Although it is pretty slow. Blobble Man? Yeah, basically. Also, the noise you make, or the noise it makes when you hit it with the laser shot is just good. Oh, I forgot he could do that. He just kind of skipped his second phase. That was weird. Or second phase as in, I mean this part. Okay, one hit and I'm dead, so I gotta play perfect now. That's kind of lame. But that's what I get for being impatient, I guess. Alright, he's doing this, so I win, basically. There's another attack he has where he can turn into a tidal wave and go, like, all the way across the room, and it's stupid and annoying to dodge, but not a bad boss fight at all. In fact, quite an enjoyable one for this game, I think. Alright, before we tackle the boss rush, I'm going to take a quick pee break. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. Always wheezing and doozing? Yeah, basically. Thankfully, the boss rush in this game is, like, absolutely piss-fucking easy. Not even a lead-up stage before it, which is lame. But this will start over here. Are you asking for a challenge? Alright, so for some reason, I don't know why they did this, but Tengu Man's weakness is the Ice Wave. You can hit him 2 times per pass, which is nice. But it can be kind of tricky to get him sometimes with it. So he doesn't always do the thing you would want him to do. Which is that attack where he goes like that, where he does that. And Tornado Hold doesn't always like freeze him the way it's supposed to either, which is quite frustrating. But you know what? Sometimes you just gotta deal with frustrating things. It's a part of being an epic MLG gamer. Except that was like the most cringy fucking thing I've ever said, so... Yeah, fighting him with Tornado Hold is just kind of a waiting game. There's not terribly much to it. No way! You're just a kid. Maybe when you're older. Yeah, that is what that's from. Or what this is from. Never mind.
You've got no
This is what that Stinko Man quote is from, is what I'm trying to say. Major League Guinea Pig? Yeah. So Clown Man is weak to the Tornado Hold, which just absolutely fucking shreds him. Unfortunately, when he does his Thunder Carnival attack, he's completely immune from all damage, even his weakness. I would hope you'd be able to knock him out of that, but... No, it's called the Tornado Hold. And here's Grenade Man, which, he's weak to the Thunderclaw. And there's actually a really neat interaction in this fight with it, which we probably won't get to see here because he's just gonna be dead before that, but I called the Ice Wave Tornado Hold several times during the Tengu Man fight. Excellent. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, you can reflect his flash bombs back at him. It's pretty cool. So by process of elimination, Frostman is weak to the Flash Bomb.
I'll crush you. I'll make a popsicle of you.
And Frostman is one of those bosses where it's about the same fighting him with the Flash Bomb as it would be with the Buster. He just dies faster. Because it doesn't, like, knock him around like a little bitch for the whole fight, so... Excuse me. Had, like, a fucking... acid reflux burp. Oh, that sucks. Ugh. Pardon me. So here's the only time we're going to see the homing sniper. How'd that happen? Again, how'd that happen? Again, how'd that happen? And how'd that happen? And how'd that happen? And how'd that happen? And how'd that... Okay, I'm done now. So between this guy's constant dialogue spam and Flame Hyenard, who's worse? Probably Flame Hyenard. But this guy's pretty bad too. Homing Sniper just completely shreds him. It's excellent.
Hey, boy, come on.
Gay boy, come on. Alright, so here's Searchman, who is weak to Flame Sword for some reason. Which I guess makes sense, because, like, he hides in the bushes. And the fire from the burning bushes, like, fucks him up. But Flame Sword, excuse me. I keep forgetting about that. I don't know what my neighbors are cooking, but it smells really fucking good, and it's making me hungry. Specifically for Subway. Like, I almost never get... Like, I almost never fucking get Subway. But, like, I'm really hungry for it for some reason. I'll probably just DoorDash it, since I'm, like... I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed in the Subway store near me, so... Because I got in a really stupid argument with the Karen there over something, so... Alright, and here's the only time we're going to be seeing the water balloon being used. Because it's fucking worthless.
Let's make this a fair fight.
No, I'm gonna fucking put you out, Swordman. Sorry.
Not yet.
No, I think yet, Swordman. Yeah, you just kind of eat shit completely to that. It's pretty good. So here's what water balloon does. It's basically just a super rapid fire Mega Buster. And it is entirely and utterly worthless. There's no reason to ever use it. Let's see, I want my flame sword back at full. Ooh, and I want laser shot for this boss fight, not the other thing. Goodbye, Smegma Man. Thank you, Scrotal Man. Always helpful. Alright, first things first. Laser shot. When he opens his mouth like that, shoot, and you'll pretty much completely stop the attack he's charging up. And it does a shit ton of damage, so you definitely want to stop it. Flash Bomb is also good for that, if you don't have the laser shot. Yeah, this is a pretty simple Wily capsule compared to some of the other ones. Or Wily Machine, I guess. I say that and I'm still getting my ass absolutely handed to me here, but... Laser Shot just makes short fucking work of him. And yeah, he's already dead. Pronto Man, yes. Yeah, Swordman is a fire boss, and therefore would be heat element. Very, very astute observation there. So, for some ungodly reason, Wily Capsule is weak to Flame Sword. I don't know why they did this, but they did. And it isn't even a very useful weakness. And he has the Mega Man 7 shots, but, like, not as terrible. Don't get me wrong, they're still terrible. They're just not as bad. And I need Rush. Where is he? Give me that. Where's Flame Sword? There it is. Or, excuse me, Flame Sword. I keep getting that wrong. I'm so sorry. And I call myself a Mega Man fan. I can't even pronounce Flame Sword right. I like the Pokemon X and Y boss theme this guy has. Or gym leader music, I mean. That's what this reminds me of. Oh, eat shit. I hate it when bosses corner you like that. Alright, first try Wily Capsule. Nice. Yeah, Swordman.exe itself is null element. Sonic.exe is bad element. Agreed. 100% agreed. Yeah, X and Y is very forgettable.
This is not good. He's been affected by the evil energy. He will die soon. If your mind is not completely taken by the evil, you'll be saved.
Yeah, Sycamore's theme is aggressively French. It's very good. Kalos needs a revisit, though, honestly.
Mega Man, I can see into your mind.
I feel like it's the least fleshed out of the main regions. So... What Robot Master is that? Pointy Chin Man? None of the voice acting in this game is good by any stretch. And he pulls the evil out of Mega Man's dick.
You have been working so hard for justice. With your help, this planet will survive.
Yeah, clearly the evil he sucked out was what turned him
What
into
happened,
Quint.
Mega Man? He's going to be okay. He will regain consciousness soon. My job is done. I must go. I'll leave Mega Man up to you. But there's one more thing. I have a favor to ask.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100%.
Wake up, Mega Man!
Like, why don't they fucking let, like, say, Bandai Namco or Square Enix develop a Pokemon game or something? It would be a lot better. Or hell, even Chunsoft, like, honestly.
Yes, you are. Duo saved you.
Duo.
No, that wasn't Quint.
Duo is gone.
Proto Man.
Mega Man, I have a message to give you from Duo.
From Duo? What is it?
He said, thank you.
So as far as I know, this is the only time we ever hear Proto Man talk in any of the
Me
games. Maybe in Rockman X Dive he talks, I don't know,
Thank
but
you. Duo.
to my knowledge, this is the only time. That's fucking cheesy. Yeah, true. If Square Enix does develop, it would be like full of microtransactions and like overly anime shit. I wish they had just gone with the actual concept art for Swordman here, because that looks fucking cool. There's like so many Swordman concepts in these credit sequences here. It's really cool. I love this credit sequence, just because you can see the different concept art. And I wish they had done that again in 11, which sadly they didn't, because I don't think there was like a Robot Master contest, so... So you'll notice that Tengu Man and Astro Man didn't have, like, submitted drawings. That's because they were done in-house. And we will... This is not the last time we'll be seeing Tengu Man or Astro Man, for that matter. So... But yeah, Mega Man 8. Not one of my more favorite Mega Man games, but... I definitely don't think it's as bad as, I definitely don't think it's as bad as, 3 or Mega Man and Bass, or even 2 for that matter. Yeah, that's one of the other Swordman concepts. That one's fucking edgy as shit, and I kind of love it. Daruma, man. I love the face on his stomach. It's good. Yes, let's knock my controller halfway across the room. Okay. Yeah, I like what Mega Man 8 was going for. Coffee Man. I like what Mega Man 8 was going for. It just had a lot of really bad gimmicks and missteps and whatever the fuck that thing is. And that's not even to mention the cutscenes. Like, the cutscenes are fucking terrible. The animations are decent, but like... Oh, there's Pirate Man. We'll be seeing him again, actually. The animations are decent, but the voice acting is fucking horrifying, much like that thing. Cat Man with a giant dick. Oh, Shark Man. He came back in Battle Network and had something to do with the DOS games, I think. The voice acting does suck, coffee balls. Oh, there's Mistman. Another Battle Network guy. There's just Alia for some reason. Nezumi Man. That's the fan game I want to check out. That'd be pretty neat. Oh, there's Magma Man. Comes back in 9. Ratman? I'm Ratman. Oh, Time Man, I'm guessing? That's a powered up boss. We will not be covering powered up at all, because I don't feel like doing PSP emulation. So, and yeah, that's Mega Man 8. As always, I greatly appreciate everyone who stopped in. Glad to have had you here. Next time will be Mega Man and Bass. After next week. There is not going to be a stream next week because of the holidays and the fact that I'll be out of town for the majority of it. So, yeah, thanks everyone for stopping in. Let me move the cheese to somewhere that makes sense. Okay. Yep, there's the Kappa 2 hours later. Thank you for that. Yeah, thanks everyone for stopping in, and I'll see you next time for Mega Man and Bass. Take it easy.